You know, after having a front row seat and watching, you understand, and observing exactly how stupid racist white Americans are, how willfully ignorant these people are, you understand, I've come to the conclusion that that saying about if you want to keep black people, you understand, ignorant, just put it in a book. It wasn't just for us. It was for you motherfuckers too. The thing is, the difference between us is they knew we were going to go looking for it. They knew we were going to go and seek education. They knew that you were never going to do that. Because I don't understand how it was a white man, a fucking white man who gave you this gem, who dropped this fucking gem, Lyndon B. Johnson, stating if you can convince the lowest white man that he's better than the best colored man, he won't notice that you're picking his pocket. Hell, give him somebody to look down on and he'll empty his pockets for you. It was a white man who was trying to put you on. And yet, you're still stupid. You're still slow. My God. Donald Trump is literally picking your pockets in broad fucking daylight. He's robbing you blind in broad fucking daylight. Yes, he's coming after us minorities too, but it's you, the majority, that it's hitting the hardest. It's hitting you guys the fucking hardest. We are 10 months into the year of 2025. The year isn't even over yet. And if you were to go and ask the average American how this year has been for them thus far financially, they would all state to you that this is probably the worst year that they've ever dealt with financially. Meanwhile, the president of the United States is having the most profitable year of his life, of his entire career. This is in fact the most lucrative year. He is up $4.3 billion in his net worth while he's literally crashing the American economy. And you all are silent. The majority, the white Americans, the racist white Americans here that would have literally everything to say if it was anybody else, are silent. You're silent. Because did you guys know that now Donald Trump is one of the biggest American investors in Bitcoin after triggering a fucking crypto crash? Did you know that? Did you also know that he went and bought out more than $100 million in bonds to companies that he knew that his policies were going to directly impact? Yeah, he did that. On the 21st day of a federal shutdown, of a government federal shutdown, the United States president announces to the American people that he is going to be spending $250 million on a remodeling project for the fucking White House. Meanwhile, in the same breath, caused the fucking crypto crash. He's up, you're down, and he's telling all of his federal workers that he can't pay them. And again, all of the fucking Republicans are silent. They're fucking silent. I want to hear your voices. Where the fuck are you guys? And let's not even get into the fucking settlements. Let's not even get into the settlements. YouTube has already paid him $24.5 million when they had to take away his channel. You understand? Paramount has paid him $16 million for a defamation lawsuit. He has also refiled a $15 million lawsuit against CBS. He's hoping to cash out on that. And he's demanding $230 million from the Department of Justice. Your leader is he's a con man. He's a con man. He's literally treating America like a fucking business. He's up at American citizens' expense. And y'all know how the president of the United States is famously quoted for stating that intelligent people don't really like him. They don't like him, which is honestly a huge insult to the Republican Party, because it literally means if you're in support of him, you're stupid. You understand? Your IQ is low, and you prove it. You prove it time and time again, because here's the thing. He's trying to demand $230 million, right, from the Department of Justice. You remember how the Department of Justice has any money to begin with, right? It's from our federal taxes. Our federal taxes fund the fucking government, right? And in the White House statement, right, because they were definitely anticipating some fucking backlash, which is why they knew to go to their go-to move, blame the left, but not just that. They made sure to try to state that this project is privately funded by Donald Trump and some investors. But here's the thing. The project costs approximately $250 million to do, right? He's suing the Department of Justice for $230 million of our tax-paying dollars. That if he actually is successful, that's where the DOJ, the Department of Justice, is getting the funds to be able to pay him. He's getting it from us. So technically, we are the ones that are funding this fucking project of his that's not needed. You understand? This casualization of the White House. Remember Do y'all remember where that word, this, because I'm referencing something. This is when, what's her face? Meghan McCain had something to say about Obama redoing the Oval Office. She said, as a Republican, she was very against the casualization of the White House. What the fuck do you call literally demolishing the entire left wing of the White House for a grand ballroom? At his request, it's not a need at all. At all. And because this is a con man that we're dealing with, you understand? The money that he has was, one, inherited, and then two, in him being able to swindle out whatever fucking insurance policies or get any claims out of the failed businesses that he had, the many failed businesses that he had, failed casinos, you understand? Failed hotels, literally ran his father's name through the fucking mud. You understand? He's literally treating American and the American country the same fucking way. But all of the Republicans, you are silent. You're silent. And it's actually really pissing me off. It's pissing me off, your selective outrage. If this man actually is able to stay in for the entire 4 years, moving forward, the slogan is going to be that white Americans want to take credit for everything but racism. Because it's because of racism that you're even in the position that you're in right now, why we're all in here. But you, as the fucking majority, you have the power to stop it, but you're fucking silent. Just like Lyndon B. Johnson said, all he had to do was make you motherfuckers focus on us while he robs you blind. While he robs you blind. This has to be probably the best heist that I've ever seen. Ever. Okay? Ever. They're going to write movies about this shit one day. They're going to write stories about this shit one day.
Shalom, shalom, Israel. First and foremost, I give all honor, glory, and praise unto YAHAWAH, Hashem, Yahawashi, Hashem, Rakwakwadah. Double honor to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Shalom to the mighty Akim, Wathim, who are diligently waiting to be delivered from this pound captivity, as well as a speckled bird that may look like the other nations, but are actually Yasharallah. This is Brother Kawa coming at you with another lesson. Today's lesson is going to be on this, this video that just played, talking about how all the stuff that's going on right now. It was a white man in Babylon. It is hilariously. Like, I don't know what the term is, but it's intentional, I guess. Intentional that they are doing all these things to put not just us in bad positions, but also their own people. But yet their own people are too dumb to realize that the people that are getting screwed over are them. Like, they're the ones that's suffering as well. But yet, like, especially with the whole chant of white man fight back thing, when you know who got killed just recently, I think this month or last month, whatever, all right, they were getting mad at literally everybody but the person that did it, and number two, their own people, because their own people are the ones that are perpetuating this type of behavior. So why are they getting mad? Why are they pinning everything on us rather than themselves? And it's because very clearly it is, well, number one, they're dumb. All right, that's number one. But also number two, it's like this is the method or the MO of Esau, where he's always trying to just point the finger at us whenever if they do something wrong, then we're the ones that have to pay for it. It's like whatever. Let's just get these precepts out. 1 Corinthians chapter 14 verse 38. But if any man be ignorant, let him be ignorant. And this is the thing that I don't like. Obviously, this video was kind of informative, of course, but very clearly she has a target audience that she wants to reach, and that said target audience are Edomites. She wants Edomites to see this and wake up and say, "Oh, you guys, we've been getting mad at the wrong people. We need to unite and all that stuff." That's basically her intent because she was saying, I forgot what she was saying. I forgot what she said exactly, but that was basically a part of it. While she was criticizing them, part of it is yes, I want to get these people to see the error and join up with us so that we can stop, being at odds or whatever and stuff like that. But the thing is that that will never happen. Let's get that in Ezekiel 35 verse 5. Because I have had perpetual hatred and have shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword in the time of their calamity, in the time that their iniquity had an end. Basically, over here is how Esau is never, no, even if another Edomite is actively stabbing an Edomite in the back, that Edomite will take the hand of the Edomite that's actively stabbing him rather than the Israelite that is actively trying to save him. That's basically how Esau operates. He does not care about what's rational, because he's operating off of his hatred for you, and he's willing to see us suffer. He's willing to put himself through suffering as long as it makes us suffer. That's basically how that's self-destructive behavior that Esau has. All right, but continuing on, Psalm 64 verse 5. They encourage themselves in an evil manner. They commune of laying snares privily. They say, who shall see them? And jumping down, verse 8. So they shall make their own tongue to fall upon themselves. All that see them shall flee away. Basically, actually, matter of fact, let me also get the other one. I think it's 30. No, I don't remember. What is it? It's Psalms 141 verse 10. Let the wicked fall into their own nets, whilst that I withal escape. Basically, the wicked set up traps for us. Like, the whole all the stuff, the Medicaid and stuff like that, Obamacare being removed, all that was intended for Israelites, but they're willing to take a loss and let their people also suffer as well, which their people have been suffering. Their people have been saying how, I regret voting for DJT and all this stuff like that. I should have done this X, Y, and Z, blah, blah, blah. Where, there's a gigantic regret. All right. But at the same time, you also have to remember that this type of behavior, is as a result, because they are ignorant. They're not aware, and they're not educated enough to make the thing, because a large majority of people, I'll say, not just Edomites, not just Israelites or whatever, but a large majority of people in general, or Babylonians in general, they don't really do any type of research. It's really just like, okay, well, if someone posts something, if someone says something or whatever, then that's basically gospel truth to them, and there's no cross-referencing. All right, there's no cross-referencing and stuff like that, because they don't know how to research. They don't know how to do stuff. And one thing that I will say, all right, is when I was going to school was one of my teachers early on, they said, researching is a skill. Being able to do research is that's very important. That's going to be very important for you down the line. All right, where I see that now, because for me personally, when I did research for one of my videos that I uploaded to this channel, all right, it was very hard for me to see, okay, let me go see, what does this one source say? What does this other source say? Are they harmonious? Is there any inconsistencies? And, for the most part, I saw no inconsistencies, but I did see that there were some, there was some information that I would not have gotten if I didn't actually go out of my way to learn to see in the extra thing, because the stuff is that when it comes to researching, you can't just take one, depending on what you're researching, but you can't just take one source and that's it, because it's sometimes it's incomplete. Basically, it's incomplete information where certain people may portray in a certain way, all right, and not give you the full details, where I had to accumulate. Okay, I got from this thing, I got from this website, got this from this video and stuff like that, and I'm able to compare and contrast. And of course, certain people are able to present it in this way where they're cross-referencing and getting different sources. Of course, if they show the actual thing, then of course you can take that at face value if they're actually providing proof. But outside of that, people, they're too lazy to actually go in and do that type of in-depth research on their own. All right, so yes, it's very hard, and sometimes it's very time consuming, because for me I think in order for me to make the video, which by the way turned out being two, that was a funny thing. Both videos that I had made were less than an hour total, but the research that I did took, I think, half a day, if not a whole day, over the course of however long I took to make said lessons, because I have a whole document on it. All right, so I have a document on it. It's not public, but yeah. Anyway, continuing on, basically with this whole thing of people are ignorant. All right, just that's where it's just like, if someone is ignorant and they don't want to listen, they don't want to learn, then that's just like, you don't associate yourself, don't bother with doing all this stuff. It's really just not your business. If someone wants to be stupid, let them keep on being stupid and whatnot, because oftentimes it's very extremely hard to convince someone otherwise. Isaiah chapter 30 verse 12, wherefore thus saith the Holy One of Israel, because ye despise this word, and trust in oppression and perverseness, and stay thereon, therefore this iniquity shall be to you as a breach ready to fall, swelling out in a high wall, whose breaking cometh suddenly and instant. So basically, for people that are choosing to follow after Esau, what is going to happen to them is that they're going to be confounded. They're going to think that, oh, all is good, I want to follow this, I want to follow that. Esau knows all the information, he's a scientist, he's the expert and whatnot. And then lo and behold, look at 2020 or 2021, whatever. All right, look at what happened there, where a whole bunch of what syndrome, the DS syndrome. Look at the documentary. All right, Proverbs chapter 20 verse 2, when the righteous honor authority, the people rejoice, but when the wicked beareth rule, the people mourn. And that's the thing, where a lot of the people, they're mourning right now, but Esau does not care, because at the end of the day, as long as Jake is suffering, then he is willing to take that. He's willing to take the fall for that. He's willing to take the fall so that so that Jake also is suffering. But at the same time, things have been getting so bad that Esau has been saying, like, no, I'm not doing all this stuff. Let's all band together. Let's go join together, help each other out, and all that bullshit. That if you buy that type of BS, then you are just as dumb as them. All right, because that is the biggest bullshit. They ain't never wanted to help you out when it was just you, but when they're suffering now it's, oh, let's all join together, let's all help each other. Hell no. All right. Ecclesiastes chapter 10 verse 3, yea, also when he that is a fool walketh by the way, his wisdom faileth him, and he saith to everyone that he is a fool. And basically this is like, these people are showing their asses, especially when with that whole who death, when they were doing that chant, white man fight back. It's like, these people are literally like, anyone who is smart enough to do a quick Google search, all right, to see who killed who and who did all that stuff, who are they saying white man fight back to, you will see that they are a dumb ass. All right, that is literal stupidity. All right. Anyway, next, Proverbs chapter 10, verse 23. It is the sport of a fool. It is as sport to a fool to do mischief, but a man of understanding hath wisdom. And that's the thing where, sometimes they don't even care. Sometimes they're either being foolish and ignorant on purpose, or sometimes they're actually really stupid. But the thing is that Esau has gotten to a point where it genuinely does not matter, because he's going to do that either way, regardless of if he's in the know. He's going to be intentionally dishonest. If he's not in the know, he's just a dumbass. He just doesn't know how to check to make sure that what he's doing and what he's saying is correct. All right. But again, that's the thing. That's the thing where that's a sport for him. This is sport for him. Now, Proverbs 18 verse 2, a fool hath no delight in understanding, but that his heart may discover itself. Okay, so again, I don't know why she's trying to say all this stuff addressing Edomites when they do not care about understanding. That's just what I wanted to bring out. I pray this lesson was edifying. I want to give all honor, glory, and praise unto YAHAWAH, Hashem, YAHAWASHI, Hashem, Quadash, double honors to the elders and apostles, great millstone, abad, ball, and shalom.